Yo, how we doing today? Sorry, getting a little late today. It's almost 10 o'clock. I was looking at a few things. I was going over a couple sim packages. I was like, I might be interested in using this week. I kind of go week by week and try different things, different up the process, and learn a couple things. We're having issues streaming to Twitch, but remove. That's all right. Save changes. So, I forgot to turn off the fan. It's probably buzzing. Alrighty. What happened? This is the second week that this has happened. I'm not entirely sure what exactly is going on with my camera. It has been messing up with. It says I have it zoomed in with something else. I do not know. Obviously, let's go ahead, unplug it. Okay, well, we did our best. Oh, we're back. Well, you guys can see my messy house behind me. It is what it is. All right, so today I got the Stochastic Sims. It has percentage ownership over like usually the marquee small contests. I think you can switch it to big contests as well. It's not going to change too much. And this will tell you like how good your teams are or what, like, if it's a return on investment is profitable. It's obviously not 100% right, but with the way they do it, they run thousands of lineups on the back end, and then they tell you how many times this is returned and an investment on through the thousands of drafts that they ran or the lineups that they ran. So for the DFS, we have the highest on quarterback today, or tomorrow, I guess, will be Patrick. Well, projected to be obviously to be Pat Mahomes at 11%. I think that's actually not bad. But at 11%, when you know you can get different, right? When this guy right here has been a top 4 quarterback literally every time he finishes a game, I'm a big believer you take the advantage of that as best you can. So we're building one lineup here, on over here. It's just a single lineup. Let me show you guys how their tools work over here at Stochastic. I'm not getting paid. I enjoyed doing this last week. I built 150 teams. It didn't work out, but I had a fun time of building all 150 teams by hand instead of just using the Sims, which the Sims probably were right that I did use the Sims on the $100 lineup that I built, and it was directionally correct. It just didn't have all the right plays, and then I used it I used 20 teams total from them, and they were on Kamara, who had a decent game. They were on Kenneth Walker, who had a decent game. So they were on some of the right plays. I just didn't get the right combination. I didn't have Baker on any of them, and I didn't have a lot of Baker Evans, Baker Godwin. I just didn't have enough Baker, which kind of needed to do really well. Okay, so at the highest ownership, Breece Hall and Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, I understand. It's a free square. He's listed at 5,200. He's going to get the majority of the workload. But at 33%, is there a path where they just don't use them as much? Maybe they rely more on the Deebo Samuel, or maybe they don't just use the shit out of him so he can have some fresh legs, or maybe they do use the shit out of him. And 17 points is not a hard projection to hit for him, so I don't hate it, because what you're looking for at that price is like usually 4x, or like cats look scurrying off. What you want out of a DFS play is you want 4 times their money. So 5,200 would be like 20 points plus 5 is what you are looking for the high end. If you're looking for a good game. which would be 25 points. Can he hit 25 points? Yes, very easily. It's going to be a little bit tougher for Brees to hit his projection, I think, to beat his total price. I'm a little surprised that his ownership is going to be so high. It's pretty, like, his price is I want to sort by descending. He's the second highest owned running back. And if you look, if you spend up just a little bit, obviously I'm not going to do it because I already reached for A-Rich. Not reached, but I drafted A-Rich. Jay Taylor is listed at 7%. So the leverage that you could play there is just play Jonathan Taylor for a few hundred more, or go down and play Kyron at 20 less percent exposure. Obviously, Brees has a very high projection, but there's in the world that, like, what did they just use? It's a Kyron day, and I don't know, but for 23% less and 600 less, I think you take the cheaper version with Kyron there. We're going to go to my guy. Obviously, my favorite play this week is still my guy, and it always will be probably the rest of my life. Najee Harris going against Denver. You know, Denver's going to get set up with a lot of good fields again this week. And he rushed for 70 yards, had a catch for 8 or 9 yards. So had a good game. Had he hit 100 yards and gotten a touchdown, like, we're looking at 25 points. It's like literally a couple things that would have gone their way. They had 6 field goals. Like, do we think they're going to kick 6 more field goals? I guess potentially, but probably not. So Najee Harris at 3% is kind of wild. And then speaking of which, I'm never opposed. Some people don't like to do this and think it's suboptimal, but I tend to disagree, especially in this matchup where I personally have placed the bets that Bo Nix leads the league in interceptions. And I think this is a spot where they could easily get another pick 6 or get a pick that sets them up for an easy touchdown. / he's going to be running for his life, but I don't think he understands he's running from his life from TJ Watt, who can catch him. And I don't quite understand what he's going to do when they come for him, but he's going to get got. A.D. Mitchell looked really good and was just missed by a couple. I skipped straight to the stack. I want to stack my quarterback with at least one pass catcher. With A-Rich, one pass catcher is enough. Pittman's not bad. He's got a lower-ish projection, right? Usually want to get 4x, but this guy can hit 4x. He just has to get the ball. Like, had Pierce been A.D. Mitchell, like, you would have needed A.D. Mitchell. Like, you know what I mean? So you don't want to always draft the same guy to do it over and over again, because that typically doesn't happen with those types of plays that he got there at last week. This week, it could be A.D. Mitchell instead of Alec Pierce, who was open on a few passes. They were just off by a little bit. Obviously, the smash play without Puka Nacua on the field, 20% owned. Not all high-owned players are bad plays. And he still has the upside. Probably more bias on my part. He was a part of my winning team. But highest projection other than the highest price player, and you're getting it at a discount. The ownership is still going to CD. But just not as much as it is to Cup. Sometimes it's not always bad to get some of chalk. Some of the chalk is not always bad. Depends if it's good chalk or bad chalk. And I think that's going to lower my so my 5,600. But I think the smash play to bring back that game, you just want little pieces here and there, is Trey McBride. I think a lot of quick passes are going to be up for this game, so there might be a couple more screens because of the narrative that he doesn't look good. So they're going to try to get MSJ involved early, but I do think they shut down that fairly quick, and Trey McBride is the better option over MSJ, which I've been saying all season long or all off season long, and I've been on that boat for a while now by myself. That I think MSJ is a good prospect, but I think he also gets bored in the game when he's not involved, and that he also makes catches look harder than they actually have to be. Sometimes, like he makes the easy catches look hard. I think MHA is going to have a decent season. So I'm not saying he's a terrible pick or a terrible player. I just think he's JSN from last year. Like JSN in the sense like it's going to gradually get him going. I think he just first game is a little slow. It's okay. It happens. It's not bad. It's okay. Everything will be all right. Let's see here. With Kenneth Walker potentially being sidelined, Zach Charbonnet does actually seem like a good pick. But this seems like what they call is a trap. This is a trap. He's a bye week. This could be a nasty, dirty game. Is he really going to be the guy that explodes for them? Is this going to be the game where Zach Charbonnet makes his stamp? I don't know. I don't get that. I don't have that vibe. I am a vibes-based type player. I don't get the vibe that he's just gonna take. Oh, I lost my camera again. All right. Well, you can hear my beautiful tones, so we will just continue. Whatever, dude. We're gonna keep going. I think we're gonna pass on that play. I feel like we want to pass on that. What's out here? Chuba Hubbard looked terrible. But he's got the Chargers this week. My Chargers are meant to be taken advantage of, I feel like. Let's see here. Tank Bigsby looked good last week, but that's a percent 1.1% is kind of low. 33%. Do we take the chalk? Again, not all bad chalk is bad chalk. I think he can beat that projection and whatnot. The question is, does he beat? There's nothing around where he is that it screams like it's a must play. Let's go ahead and put him in and see what the thing will tell us. We have two more selections. If you guys are in the chat and want a specific wide receiver, let me know. If not, I'm probably going to stick with Gabe Davis. So let's go down. Gabe Davis is nice and cheap. Nice and cheap Gabe Davis. And then we're going to see what we have left over. To win $1 million, you need to get lucky, and my lucky charms are all on this team so far. All right. Let's see here. That leaves us with $7K. I'd like to spend fairly close to my projected money. Who's got projected the most points? How much do we save here? We save 200 here. So let's take out. No, let's leave it in. Let's see what the simulation says. Normally, I don't like to play wide receiver and running back without the quarterback on the team, but in this case, we have A-Rich, so maybe it's the play. Running the simulation. I put large contest greater than 1,000 lineups. Minus 39%. Win 0% of the time. So this is good. So okay, I'm gonna take out Jordan Mason and see what happens. Who do we afford? J.K. Dobbins lower projection, but lower percentage too. Let's see what it values more: the lower percentage or the lower projection, or the higher projection. Let's see how it likes that. By the way, this is Stochastic Tools, the Sim Tools. I bought it's like $20 a week, so it likes the higher projection, but it gave me a win percentage. So this has a higher win percentage than the other lineup, but it will give me a worse score. The other one was 34.9 or something like that. So this has a worse win percentage. What do we change here? What do we change? Let's dump this because we want the win percentage back, or we want to be. I think it hates my Najee. Sims hate Najee. So let's change the tight end. Let's get a cheaper tight end because we're just battling against these guys for $6K. I want to be projected over. So if we want the lowest owned, highest projection within this $400 for that is the difference. We're going to take it. I don't know what the value means here, so we're going to go ahead and hit 2.21 here. We're going to save what, $1,000, $600. Okay. We should get a bring back Jerome Ford. Let's look for Jerome Ford. Let's see what this gives us. Bada bing. We'll bring back for the double there. Obviously, we want A-Rich. A-Rich is going to be the league winner for this week. For this week, we're playing as A-Rich is the league winner. If this one doesn't work, maybe we'll switch it up. And I hate Pacheco mostly, but how bad the Cincinnati Bengals looked last week, who knows? Let's go ahead and run the simulation and see what we got. Last one was 37.4, a negative ROI. Let's see, did we improve or did we do worse? I want one positive ROI team. We might have to get rid of Najee. I don't know. No, we'll get rid of the quarterback. See if we can build a positive Najee team. Oh, it got worse. Okay. Okay. All right, take him out. I don't like Pacheco anyways. Take Evan Negro out. Take Najee out. Bring back Jordan Mason, or whatever his name is, running back. Jordan Mason. Put him back in there. Hit that same game correlation. Let's bring back a Packer. How much money we have? 6,300. No, it's not bring back a Packer. I was thinking about. I don't want anything to do with that. Let's go back to Trey McBride here. I don't think that was the issue. What does that leave us? 6,600. Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's try Jahmyr Gibbs, and if that doesn't work, we'll switch up Jahmyr Gibbs and Trey McBride. Minus, hey, it's our best one yet. I think we give up on the A-Rich to AD Mitchell. I don't think that's the play that the Sims like. Even though, I don't know, how do you not like the A-Rich? A-Rich at 2% ownership? He's been a top 5 quarterback every time he's on the field. Maybe we go naked A-Rich. A naked A-Rich. All right, we're going to get rid of Gibbs. We're going to get rid of A.D. Mitchell. We're going to spend up at wide receiver a little bit. Where's Pittman at? Let's try Pittman. And then it loses a flex with 4K on the dot. Let's see what the highest projection is. Okay, Demarcus Robinson. But we already have Yoshi Voss. I don't like any of these plays particularly, but let's check what the Demarcus Robinson has to offer. Projected for 128, which is not usually that bad. This might actually do well. This might be the winner. And ownership at 102 or 170, 100.72. We won. I was like, okay. And the 0.2% winning percentage has a 1.3 percentage of being, and cashing's not bad either. It's a pretty decent lineup for a big tournament. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I do like it. I think it's a good lineup. I think we're playing a lot of chalk, but we kept it underneath 120. I like to keep all my lineups underneath 120%. So we're at 100. So we're underneath 100. And we got the main chalky plays, but we are still 100% different. You get a little, once you hit 120, then you're not looking for dupes, but you're looking at very similar lineups to other people. Anything past that, in my opinion. I'm still kind of wilding out that A-Rich is only 2% owned. A little wild. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the betting. Okay, it couldn't locate me. I'm about to go get my phone real quick. Doot. Well, I'm glad I wasn't sharing that. I don't know if I'm supposed to share my code. Okay. It has found me. Oh, that lady must have lost her fight. We'll look at that a different time. Share this tab instead. Okay. What did we do last week? My bets. Is there a way we just look at football ones? Settled. Lost. I just put a big little train bet on my stuff. Is there a way to filter? Stop looking at all my bad bets, guys. Look at all the bad bets. Is this the one we made? No. I make a lot of bets. Not a lot of winning bets, but I do make a lot of bets. Is this it? Yes, this was it. So we went 1-2 last week. We had Alvin Kamara with 4.5 receptions. We nailed that one. And then surprisingly, Chase Brown did not hit plus 25 receiving yards. I am a little surprised since they lost to the Patriots that he did not get to 25 receiving yards. I don't even know how many he received, but the fact that this one didn't hit, I'm very much surprised. This, you're kind of betting on, luck a little bit sometimes on anytime scorers, but they had 6 field goals. Obviously, they did well with the ball. They obviously got to the other side. They just couldn't cash it in. But we're going back to the well for this one. We're going back to the well for the Najee touchdown. I don't know if we got as good of odds this week, but we're gonna go back to the well for that one. We're gonna go back to the well. The Najee touchdown. Where you at, Naj? Back to the well with Najee Harris touchdown. Yeah, not as good as last week, but I do think one, it's going to hit eventually. Two, I think this is a week that hits. All right, passing props. Let's see if there's anything egregious or anything we can kind of parlay together. If Najee scores a touchdown, we already plus 145, so we're looking for a 6x times our money. Place a nice little $20 bet for 6 times for $120. Is there any Aaron Rodgers? Imagine betting this, like a minus 800 for him to get 150 yards. I would not feel comfortable with betting a minus 800 for him to hit a plus 150. No, thank you. And how is that more? How is it a better odds for him to get 150 versus him to hit 175? Oh wait, never mind. That wasn't 150. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I don't have a lot of not good plays here. Not enough. Nothing's hitting my fancy here. Chargers. I think he hits 40 yards rushing. I think this is in the wheelhouse of Gus Edwards. Even if he splits time with J.K. Dobbins, I'm not saying Gus Edwards is a monster, but I do think within reason, this is doable. 40 rushing yards, nothing too crazy there. Let's just keep looking. We're looking for 3. Let's see here. Lamar Jackson might no, thank you. This looks so bad last week. They're playing the Ravens this week. No, thank you. I think he could hit 100. I think he could hit 100. I feel like they want him to hit 100. I'm gonna say, where's the Debo? No, we're not. That's too risky. That's too risky. What are we at? We're plus 300. So hey. Packers still have a good defense. I'm not going to try to attack them rushing wise. Get the under on this. Baker Mayfield for 25 rushing yards. Yeah, right. No way. Where's the Rashad White? Did Rashad White get listed out or something? Did I miss something? X gonna give it to you. Where's Shefty at? Tell me, Shefty. Is Rashad White out? Jamar Chase has no plans to negotiate a long-term deal this season with the Cincinnati Bengals. Cool. Mannings aren't supposed to move like this. Arch Manning scores a 670-yard touchdown. I guess Adam Schefter didn't watch his brother play as he played wide receiver. He's not the same Manning as the other ones. Kenneth Walker is listed doubtful. Did I miss anything about Rashad White? Keenan Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Michigan players. I am not seeing anything about Rashad White on the injury report. Nothing. Alrighty then. We're just going to bypass that and just be a little confused. Oh, there it is. If I would just fucking scroll down, guys. Jesus Christ. All right. With that high projection for he was the highest projected running back for the for the whole running back area. I feel like we should take the plus 100 rushing yards, right? What gives us 6x? We're going to go for 6x here, for 600 plus. Does the 135 give it to us? So all he has to hit is a minus. We're looking for, we were just trying to match the odds to what it gives us, what we wanted. What we wanted was plus 600. We're going to put 20 down for 140 to pay out. Looking to redeem ourselves. We have Najee touchdown anytime score. So once that happens, we're hoping for gold here. So let's hope for some gold. I think it's a good bet. I think 40 yards is doable for Gus versus the Panthers. They lost Brian Burns. They looked great last week. Not a lot. It's like half 100. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one's expecting Gus to run for 100 here. This is the 40 plus is like the only one I'm like worried about, but I don't have that big of a worry. And then Breece Hall 70-yard rushing, like they should be ahead in this game. This should be doable. Should be. All right. Let's go ahead. Hit back to the top. And all righty. Good people of the internet, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to Illinois next week, so I will not be doing a show on the road. You know, that's it's a wedding, so we're only going to be there for half a day. But it's a long drive, right? So we're not going to be there very long. So yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks before we get another show on, but we'll update this one. I'll screenshot it on my phone and we'll keep track of it next 2 weeks. And yeah, if you guys want to follow my Patreon, it's bestballnation it's patreon.com/bestballnation. And then it's $5 a month, supports me. And then I'm going to give my confidence picks on there, I guess 15-1. And there, we're going to keep track of this bet over there as well. We're also at Best Ball Nation for YouTube. And I want to give a big thanks to Bradley for letting me have a show over here on the Fantasy Football Plus Network. It has been nothing but fun so far. A lot of action. I need some more comments back and forth from y'all so we can get some interaction going. But it's all right. Fresh. You guys learning me a little bit. Learning my process. I'm still new to betting. So we're growing together. So feedback to help me get better at this. Maybe some good bets from the chat. We'll take it. And yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back in 2 weeks when I get back from the wedding. Got a lot of weddings this season. Of course, I don't know why everybody decided to get married this year, but we got 3 total, but I think I'm only going to 2. So, yep. All right. It has been fun. It has been real. It has been real fun, y'all. Later.